Hey everyone, sorry it's been a while, but I've got exams coming up and Christmas is coming up and it's a little bit of a stressful time, but we'll hopefully get a few more videos out before Christmas, and then in the new year we'll be back to normal. And also, I've got a great surprise on the way. It's going to be fantastic. I've got lots of really cool stuff to show you, and obviously Christmas is coming, so if I get anything cool I can show you that as well. But anyway, that's completely off topic from this video. I'm going to try and keep this short and get to the point. So I picked up something really cool in the car boot sale the other day, and it sort of inspired me to make this video. Now, one thing that I'm always getting questions about is the Sega Dreamcast. I think there's a lot of mystery around it because it wasn't very popular. People aren't sure about some things about the console and stuff like that. But I'm just going to address one thing that people ask me about all the time, and that is game burning. You can, as I'm sure most of you know, the Dreamcast has no lockout chip. It has nothing. You don't need to get it chipped. You don't need to modify it in any way to allow you to play burnt games. You can simply download a game, a ROM. You can burn it to a disc really easily. You just stick it in your Dreamcast and it works. If you're wondering how, which is the question I get all the time, search YouTube. There are 10, 20, maybe even 30 tutorials on how to do it, and they all work in their own way. I know some people like to use Disc Juggler and some people like to use other things. I'm not quite sure, but do whatever's best for you, figure out your own method, and yeah, you can burn your Dreamcast games. Now, the question I always get as well, often from the same people, is do I burn Dreamcast games? I don't burn Dreamcast games, and I've burnt a Dreamcast game maybe twice, just to, you know, test out burning Dreamcast games, really, just to have a go. But I like buying the actual games. Now, if I really want a rare game that'll cost me about 30 or 40 pounds off of eBay, and I know that I'm definitely not going to find locally for any cheaper, maybe I'd consider burning it, but that situation hasn't come up yet because I've got great Dreamcast games. I should really make an update to my collection, but we'll get onto that maybe in the new year. So the question is, I don't burn Dreamcast games. So why am I talking about burning? Well, the Dreamcast is capable of running a load of cool stuff. There's a load of people out there that do homebrew programs and emulators and stuff like that. There's some great stuff you can do with the Dreamcast. It's a little computer, and you can burn lots of cool stuff to disc and play around with your Dreamcast. It's fantastic, really fun. I'm going to put a link to a website in the video description of where you can download ROMs and emulators and homebrew programs and make your Dreamcast do all sorts of cool stuff. You can do some cool stuff with the VMU and stuff like that. Dreamcasts are just really fun. There's more to them than meets the eye. But anyway, let's move on to, I thought I'd just get that question out of the way because I know I'm going to get another flood of those questions if I'm doing another Dreamcast video. But yeah, I picked up a boxed Dreamcast controller. Here it is in the PAL packaging, and it's in fairly good condition. It's really nice, and it only cost me £2. We'll take a closer look at this in a minute. But first of all, I'd just like to mention something to you. Dreamcast stuff, new Dreamcast hardware is cheap. Not the console itself, but new controllers, rumbles, VMUs, even games, brand new and sealed, they're all really cheap. In the UK anyway, do a simple eBay search for Dreamcast controller, you'll see brand new and boxed ones there. You can get 2 for under £10. VMUs, I got 2 VMUs before for £5.99, and from the same eBay shop I believe they got a lot of Dreamcast brand new stuff. I got Quake 3 for £5.50 brand new and sealed. And what else did I get? Freestyle Scooter, that's a game I want to show you because it's quite an unusual game. But anyway, if you're interested in finding anything like this, it is very cheap online. I was just lucky enough to find it for £2 in a car boot sale. So we'll get on to taking a closer look at this because I love PAL Dreamcast packaging. I've stressed that to you before. So let's have a look. So guys, again, sorry about lighting, but you know, there's nothing much I can do about it. My room's really dark. But anyway, here is the Dreamcast controller in its box. Now, I've talked about PAL Dreamcast packaging before. You've got lovely two-tone colour with the blue and the white, and then swaps over on each side, which is very cool. Now, it's just a simple little box. I love the fact that it's a box. If you guys have seen things like Xbox 360 controllers. They're in those anti-human packages. You know, back in 1999, if you wanted another controller for your Dreamcast, or you bought someone a Christmas present and it was a controller, it would be wrapped up and it would be a perfect box shape. There's just something about that that's just really cool, and I like it a lot. Call me weird, but it's attention to detail like that that I really like. So this controller isn't brand new. I got it from a car boot sale, but it's in brand new condition. It's really good. So here is the instruction booklet. You know, pretty average stuff. And then we just pull out the controller itself, and there's nothing left in the box. So here is the original packet that it came in. And you all know what a Dreamcast controller looks like. There it is. Really nice controller. Unusual design, but a design that worked very well in my opinion. Some people have complaints about various things about this controller, but I find it really good. I love the fact that you can put two things in the controller at once. I remember the only one thing I dislike about the N64 controller is the fact that you can only put a memory card or a rumble pack in it. With this one you can have your memory card in the front, your VMU, and you can have your vibration pack in the back. In the N64 you're constantly swapping them out all the time. And yeah, this controller is great. I really, really like it. So yeah, that's a nice boxed Dreamcast controller. We're all very used to seeing those. I've got many Dreamcast controllers, but it's so nice to have a boxed one. I really, really like it. So that's the main thing I wanted to show you in this video, guys. It inspired me to talk a little bit about the Dreamcast. Please look forward to some more Dreamcast videos in the future. Like I've always said, I really like the Dreamcast. I respect it. It's a great little console, and there's always something new and enjoyable to be had on the Dreamcast because it's got so much potential when it comes to things like homebrew programs. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.